Alright, take three, because my last other two, for some reason, just I lost it all. But I want to talk about something new. I want to talk about something that I've been trying to talk about for so long, and I've tried doing this before, but I kind of got some hate on it. And quickly, I want to say I was one of those people who I told you I was fucking right for years. I told you, I told you, I told you. This shit was going on. They were sacrificing children. They were fucking making shoes out of them. They were doing a bunch of other shit, and Pizzagate was real. You know, so much shit that I've been talking about for fucking years. Finally, I can talk about it without being so much judgment. And honestly, I've been wanting to get back into this, as you probably saw from some of my old recent videos, and now I can talk about it without fear of like being ridiculed and all that stuff. And that's honestly what's been holding me back from making these types of videos. And you know, I just been down in the rabbit hole ever since I was like 11, 12. This was back in like uh 2011, 2012. Uh, and quickly, I want to quickly shout out, because this is the beginning of the video, the guy who put me on, which is this YouTuber, A Call for an Uprising. He has his original channel back. That was his original channel, and he has it back here on YouTube. And he did have to delete some of his old, very old videos explaining a lot. You can, I don't know if you can, you could probably check his channel. You can maybe find some of them, and he goes really in depth with everything. With he goes from anything from like the red bottoms, which I'll get into later. He goes to the Illuminati card game, which again has been like, it's kind of like this whole Sims thing where they predict the future. But it's all, honestly, it is all planned. They do plan for the future, and they even go through like rituals that they do. He's exposed Obama, he's exposed like presidents, the real masterminds that were behind it, which I can't talk about. I'm not gonna fucking even mention it, because yeah, there's certain reasons for that. But you can probably guess for yourself if you're in this circle, if the Woken circle. And what else? He even goes through like the demons that they pray to and all that stuff, which again you don't have to believe in, but they do. They do. Uh, so yeah, check out Call for an Uprising. That's his channel name, and you can probably find his older videos, some of his older content. He has uploaded to Rumble, which is free, and a bunch of other shit. Just look it up. I really highly recommend, just because he was a pivotal. He played a pivotal role in me awakening all those years ago, and I suggest you guys check it out for yourself too. Anyways, continuing on. Uh, I've been telling people for years that, you know, our government is run by pedophiles, PDFs, and have been doing this stuff to children, all this stuff for so many years, and now all of a sudden, everyone wants to act like they knew, like this shit was going on for years. And honestly, that pisses me off the most, is because so many people have been denying us. Even share from like the COVID era. You know, I was one of the ones adamantly online being like, "Don't take the fucking shot." Look what happened, right? The truth has come out, and people are still willingly taking the shot. People are still fucking wearing masks, right? I've seen that shit, and it's crazy to me. I can't comprehend it. How people are willingly just like, "Oh, the government is just so fucking." Another example of that is I've been seeing a lot of people posting reels and shit of like their like children posting their parents uh perspective on the whole matter. Like they'll ask like, "Oh, what do you think of even their MAGA parents?" They've been asking their MAGA parents, "What do you think about Trump being in the files and stuff?" And the thing they say every time is like, "Oh, they're just trying to make him look bad. It's not real. Don't believe that shit." Like a way of like some people are stuck in the way that they see things in the world, and if it doesn't align with their views on the world, or it aligns with them in any way, you just, you're like, "Oh, it's fake. It doesn't matter." Or, you know, another thing that people would say is like, "Oh, this doesn't affect me. I still gotta pay rent and all that stuff," right? Which is true, right? I'm not gonna deny that. Like, yes, we all have to fucking work and all that stuff. We have to make our check and shit. But to a certain degree, at one point, you have to fight with that again too, because you know what they're using that money for, right? To build these bunkers, to build these fucking islands. That's all tax money, right? It is. And you know why they keep fucking funding these wars? Is because they gain more money from those wars, and then they can use that fucking money that they earn for other bullshit, right? It's like you gotta follow the money trail. You know, you gotta really look deep into it. Like, not everything is fucking hidden. Some of the shit is in plain sight, and they show it to you because that's how they think. You know, uh, this is a thing that's been going on for years that people have said. Like, they have to show you the truth because, in other words, like, if let's say a snake could talk, right, and he says, "I'm venomous. Do not come close." And if you willingly come close and he bites you, well, he gave you a warning, right? So it's not really his fault. It's your fault for fucking falling for the trap, for getting close. And that's the type of mentality that they have, and it is true. I know you heard it from other people before, but this is true, right? Like, it absolves them of any wrongdoing because they warned you, and it's like it just boggles my mind that it's been going on for so years. So many movies have been talking about this shit. Uh, it's in every form of media, uh, from movies to anime to TV shows, all this stuff, right? And I mean, let's take the one I've been thinking about recently is uh damn, Attack on Titan, right? It has these religious themes to it, but it also has clear indication of like things that happened between World War II, right? The two groups that are mostly talked about, man in the funny hat and the painter, shit like that. Excuse me, I'm a little bit sick, so bear with me. Uh, so you have that situation which correlates, and the the Eldians in that world are actually what the fuck? Why is he talking? Alright, let me backtrack a little bit. So in World War One, there was an American soldier and a German soldier who were the only ones left in the battlefield or something, or so the story goes, right? And that American let the German man live, and that German man ended up being the guy, the painter, right? He ended up being him, and I had this conversation with my friends before when I found this out. It's like how crazy is it that all this stuff could have been avoided just by stopping one person, right? And I feel like actually I'm not gonna give my sense on that because I'm not gonna say who's wrong or right. And but it's just like it's weird how life works this way in mysterious fucking ways. And maybe it happened for a fucking reason, you know? Who knows? Maybe the fucking universe really did want it. Because I believe some of the stuff, like I do believe some of the stuff in this world is set in stone, but well, it's set in stone in a way, but you can still fight against destiny in some form by doing little macro changes. Uh, I feel like that's probably a different topic. Again, if you guys want to learn more, let me know down in the comments below. I can talk about. I have so much to talk about. I have so much to talk about. But anyways, going back to the thing, like all of that stuff could have been prevented, and it has to do with like the ending of Attack on Titan, which Eren does save his people, yes, and they can finally live peacefully. But at the same time, because uh, I think it was Eldians, because his Eren's people lived, the curse was still alive, right? Like the tree still ended up sprouting. You know, the curse ended up happening billions of years later on. But it's just a repeat. It's this fucking cycle that happens every time. If you seen, if you know history, if you follow history, like it repeats in a cycle every so often. Like every decade kind of aligns with what happens to like the previous like 100 years ago. Every time, every fucking time. I don't have the proof for this right now because I'm doing this shit off the top of my head. Again, this is third take. So other stuff is like we can go back to the red bottoms, right? The way you can tell if they're real red bottoms is because, which by the way, if you don't know, the red bottoms that have been mentioned in music videos, artists, actors, and all that stuff. The red bottoms are made from human skin that they ritualistically sacrifice, and the reason they're red is because they use the blood to dye the shoes. Uh, Now you could go out there and buy. I've seen people online, like whether it's like Instagram models or whatever the fuck models, or some people be like, "Oh yeah, I got the red bottoms." No, those aren't real red bottoms. And the way you can tell that is because if they're heels or dress shoes, they usually have like a black bottom or like a sole. The sole of the shoe would be black or like a caramel color, like caramel color. Those are not real red bottoms, or at least not the red bottoms that they that being the higher ups like music industry or like whatever the fuck. Yeah. So that's what red bottoms are. They're actually made of human skin. You probably don't believe me. You know, I don't believe you. Again, you can probably look some of the content that again that the YouTuber I mentioned that helped me awaken, which was again a call for an uprising. A call that's a call for an uprising. I just want to say it slower because I know I talk a little bit fast. Uh, and he goes into it. You could probably again look it up on Rumble. It's probably for free. It is for free. I don't know if you can still find those old content because I know he did have to delete some of it. Again because he did lose his channel. Well, I don't know necessarily know if he himself deleted it, but I'm pretty sure when he lost his channel, you know, he did delete most of the stuff, which is disappointing. But he also goes and like I already mentioned it. Never mind. Uh, Again, there's just so much like that's out there. Even from like if you know Berserk, there's so much in that show that you can listen like you know to them. I'm gonna take Pinhead for example, the Hellverse. Pinhead, if you know that, I forgot what the shit was called, the movie was called, but the Pinhead series. What's the favorite line that they like to say is we're demons to some, angels to others. Like that's how they see them, right? That's why they ritualistically sacrifice children and do all this stuff and rape them, is because the angels that they look up to are actual demons, and they believe that if they do all this stuff that they'll get whatever the fuck they want in the world, but they just don't understand that they're damned. They're still damned at the end of the day, right? Whether they die or something. That's why a lot of these famous people who have sold their souls. I'm not saying that every rich person is right, but a majority of them are, and the ones that they do sell their souls, they do this. Yeah, they have all the money, all these cars and all this stuff, but a majority aren't happy, right? And that's just the sacrifice that you do like when you sell your soul. And there's just so much going on. Even like music industry, like there's so many rappers that come out like yeah, they drug you and they fucking do stuff to you, they rape you possibly, and they film it and then they use that shit against you. There's artists like Tyler Cruz, right? That one that was in White Chicks. He talked about being inappropriately touched by movie directors and all that stuff. And feeling really uncomfortable. Dave Chappelle made a fucking thing on it. Just exposing it. Some of them like stopped right at the door, right? They didn't travel, they didn't cross those fucking doors and open up the way of getting, raped or all that stuff. So some of them, yeah, they kind of. Some of them don't give a fuck. They're like, yeah, I'm willingly give you my back and stuff like that. And it's crazy, right? Like I said, it's just crazy that people think that they know it all, but they don't. There's so much fucking it goes so much deeper. There's so much fucking rabbit holes that can go on about on and on and on for days, right? Like I've been down here so fucking long, and I've been dying to fucking let people know and truly awaken to this stuff because a lot of y'all really think and act like you really know, but y'all really don't fucking know, man. And I'm just gonna end it here. I went over my time again, and hope you guys learned something new here. And if you guys have any more questions, if you have anything else you want me to talk about that has anything to do with this, whether it's spiritual, these demonic forces, or these like Illuminati shit, whatever the fuck it is, let me know down in the comments below and I'll get back to you on it. And I'll stop rambling. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next video. With that being said, don't let these fuckers win. We need to come back. Love you people. I'll see you on the next one.